Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity, reveal another pretty little scheme. Save her mind, hold her hand.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Discover Her. This is episode 28, and yes, y'all, we are on video. I still can't believe it. I feel like it's been a long time coming, but we knew it was coming soon. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the first two episodes of this season so far. We had a solo episode with me discussing the legacy table, becoming a mom, where I've been since 2023 when we had our event. And we also had my good friend Lauren on to just talk to us about being multi passionate, entrepreneur, believing in yourself, sharing your gifts, and so much more. I mean, that episode was both of the episodes were so good. But Lauren came on our podcast and dropped so many gems. So I hope you guys are enjoying. So before we get into this episode, we have a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new people coming to join the podcast, follow the podcast, and I guess I got to let y'all know a little bit about me and a little bit of backstory for all of our new people, and then for the people that have been here, just a little refresher. So I originally started this podcast at 20 years old. I felt like there was a space that was needed for women in their 20s, Black women in their 20s, to grow together, come together, share what we have been learning with one another, learning from each other, building that community, building the sisterhood, networking, connecting throughout the journey of life. A community of women that are intentional about showing up as their best self and want to find other women that are intentional as well. So that's a little bit about why I started Discover Her in the first place. Originally, it started as a podcast. I had lived in a house with four other girls at the time. It was like the very, very, very beginning of the pandemic. I used my phone. I don't even know if I used headphones at the time. I feel like there's a very good chance that I just used my phone and that was it. But I do remember at some point using like the little um, earphones with the wires, and that's how we record. I recorded in my voice memo app on my phone, and then I took that and put it on Anchor, I believe. It was called Anchor at the time. And that's how I recorded the podcast. So this started when I was 20 years old. I am now 24. I'll be 25 this year. It has been a journey. So that's a little bit about how I got into this, why I did it, a little bit about me. Yeah, I'm just coming on here to share with y'all what I'm learning, share my network of women with you guys, and other people that may want to come on here and share their stories, what they do, and whatever it may be to help other women. This is what this is for. Having those vulnerable conversations, those real conversations, getting deep. Like, we're going to laugh, but we're also going to get deep and be real. I want this to be a space where we're just being honest. And that's how it's been so far. So I'm extremely thankful and grateful for that. So I'm hoping to continue to grow this community, um, grow the amount of women that are involved, whether it's slow, fast, whatever the case it may be, whatever God has planned for us, that's what it's going to be. I just want it to be impactful first and foremost. More than anything, I want, everyone that's listening or watching the podcast to be able to get something from this. This past year, as I said it in a trailer, it's so important to have community that extends beyond social media. We have to be able to connect with one another in person, or it may be even a different platform than the Instagram, TikToks, Facebooks, and all of that. So that's what we're here for. That's what I'm hoping to do this year. And if you have any other suggestions or anything, y'all, please let me know. I'm here to serve y'all and give y'all what y'all want and be the one to put it together. So all you have to do is show up and engage and participate. So for today's episode, I want to talk about, well, first, let me say this. I had a completely different episode in mind. I had a completely different topic in mind, what I was going to do. And today I'm like, I wasn't even supposed to be recording today, but it was just something so heavily on my heart. and on my mind that I wanted to share. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wait on the other episode. I'm going to move that and I'm just going to speak what's on my heart and on my mind to share today. Yeah, so I'm coming in, no script. I don't have a script. I just got back from a work event not too long ago, and it's like I just have to get it out. I just have to share. So that's the space I'm moving into as well. Sometimes I just need to share. I don't want to wait. I just want to get it out there. So when I first started the podcast, my first episode was Just Start. And I feel like there's so many different things that could go for whatever it is that you're thinking about. In this terms, I feel like it's a little bit similar to Just Start, but it's really about taking that first step. I feel like, you know, I struggle with this too, but today a lot of us are getting extremely stressed out, overwhelmed, overconsumed with just trying to think of all the things at one time, trying to do all of the things at once. Sometimes we can think of the whole picture. Maybe we're getting a vision for something, or maybe we're just thinking 11 steps ahead. It can be a lot, you know? And I feel like where my mind went today was, and where my mind has been this year, is sometimes you just have to take a step. You're not going to have it all figured out today. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care if it's school, a passion project, a relationship, something life, like a business opportunity. Like it, you can't have it all figured out now, because if you had it all figured out now, that means you will have every step along the way perfect. You will know everything that you have to do along the way to get to that point, and that's not realistic. That's not real, and that leaves no room for you to learn, for you to grow, and most importantly, that leaves no room for God to be able to work in your life. You will be able to expect everything that's coming. You're going to know how to do everything. And y'all know what I'm going to say. God not going to put you in a position where you just don't need him. It's just not going to happen. And I think a lot of times we get extremely overwhelmed and stressed out because it's like, okay, I want to do this thing, but I need to do X, Y, Z. And it's like you can't do all the things at one time. And I even found myself getting overwhelmed coming back into Discover, because y'all know I'm very passionate about this. I was very overwhelmed initially coming back into this because I'm very creative. My mind is like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that. And then we have to think about resources, timing. Your girl's a mother now, all the things, how things should play out. And it's not to say I can't do certain things, but it's like I have to remind myself that I have a different capacity right now. Taking that one step allows for other steps to be taken. And it wasn't what I expected. It wasn't what I expected at all. But it was exactly what I needed to do. So that's kind of like a more relatable example. There are more examples that I'm sure I could share, or that you can even think about a time in your life where you took a step and it just worked out for you because you just did something. So, y'all, that's what today's episode is about. I want to name it something else, like Just Start. I don't know. It'll be a spinoff on the Just Start episode, but just take the step. All the answers you're looking for is on the other side of you just starting. The outcome you're looking for, the resources you're looking for, the support you're looking for, the confidence. Ooh, the confidence you're looking for in what you want to do, whether it's business, friendships, relationships, personal, running a marathon, whatever it is, the confidence you're looking for is on the other side of you just starting, just taking the step. You have to take the steps. You're gonna get that confidence along the way. I promise. All right, y'all, that is it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait to see you take your first step. I can't wait to see you put yourself out there and step out on faith. And I can't wait to see how God is going to reward you for being obedient, listening, sharing your gifts with others, helping others, and putting yourself out there in whatever area of life that may look like. So, yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, guys. YouTube is new to us. Well, it's new to the podcast, so we got to grow our community. Share with somebody that needs to be following us. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, be sure to rate, leave a review. This is going to help us reach more people. The algorithm's a little different, so that's what works over there. You guys, for the amount of support you have been giving me after my nice little break between season 3 and season 4. I can see y'all are loving the video and the little snippets I've been posting on Instagram. So I'm going to keep doing that. Bear with me as I learn, the background settings and setup and all the things. Most of the time, it is a one person show, sometimes two. Bear with us. We're working through the kinks and all of that. And yeah, any suggestions or anything you guys have, just DM me. I'm always open to conversations. Any questions, DM me. Would love to help y'all out. Love y'all. Can't wait to see all of the good things you're going to do. And until next time.